The Bible in the beginning. It's about the movie. I'm not going into the Bible and its beginning or our beginning. It was fantastic cast, Nick Busrutra. But the film is forgotten. Have you heard of it? I don't think so. Are you there? I don't think so. So we have Peter O'Toole, George C. Scott. I've had a note about a week ago about Patton, for which he won the Academy Award, which he refused. I guess he's the only one. Well, Brando refused it too, but Patton is the only one with this reason. And I'm pretty sure the two of them are the only ones overall. He said he's not competing with other actors. He doesn't approve of this idea of being against the others or something. Dă-te mă jos că ți-am luat 1.000.000 de lemne. Dă-te jos! The birds on the Noah's Ark. John Huston, Ava Gardner, Richard Harris, and the list is longer. We follow Adam and Eve to some extent. Of course, this is not really. It's rather long, but it's not a reading of the Bible with people, with characters and actors. But it comes close. So the Garden of Eden here behind me. We have the murderer's brother. We have Cain and Abel, and then George C. Scott is Abraham. We have that story in which his wife, Sarah, portrayed by Ava Gardner, is unable to have children. And they're both rather old when God says, there you go, you will have a child together. Which seems so fantastic and absurd. But then we have to, this is God. We have Noah, John Huston, and the animals, and the ark, and the many days of rain, 40 days of rain. This is what I saw, not a mistake, but I thought going into the detail of feeding the animals, which makes sense in a way. I mean, people wonder how can you have that thing all in a ship, no matter how big it is, and it is big, but not the size of a country, which it should be to have room for all the animals, big and small. Which anyway would eat each other, wouldn't they? So there's the question: what do they eat? And it will take another ship to carry the food for a day, and then another ship for the next day. So what they come up with is they give the milk of the goats, the cow, probably because it's just one cow for all the other million animals to feed. Anyway, I'm just joking here. So I thought you better leave that aside. I was thinking, don't go into that matter, how and come up with this thing. Besides, he's dividing within the families. You take care of this group of animals, and you, which again makes sense, but it again attracts the attention to the fact that we're talking many, many, a myriad animals. In the meantime, there was a study on BBC in the past 40 years or so. Humanity has managed to destroy, termina măi, I don't know, a third of species of animals, and the habitat, how much they affected, and there's a report on that. Anyway, so the way to look at this is, of course, with the help of Jordan Peterson, a rising star. He is a bit to the right, we would say, conservative, but maybe we can also say that, although the decent, intelligent, super intelligent kind of conservative who has lectures on the psychological interpretations of the Bible, which of course wouldn't be taken ad literam as the silly creationists do. There's Karen Anderson is an expert, the ultimate expert on religion, and she has some books, The Case for God and some others, in which she says creationists and others like them do more harm for religion than atheists and others. And we should look at the stories in the Bible as myths. And that's what Jordan Peterson does. He tells a story, looks at the story and finds meaning, sacrifice. He refers to studies made recently. Sacrifice goes well with delayed gratification. It was proved that children who prefer to wait in order to get two marshmallow pies, cookies, when they're about 5 maybe, so they're offered in this test the option: you can have one cookie, one pie now, or you can wait and then you'll have 2 later. Those who wait, delay gratification, go on to have more successful private lives. They go on for achievement. So impressive achievement or something like that. So that's one idea, the idea of sacrifice. When God, in this movie and in the Bible, of course, it's a film based on the Bible, asks Abraham to, after he gave him the son, Isaac, he asks him to kill him as sacrifice for his Lord. But it's a symbol there, it's a metaphor, it's the idea of sacrifice. Otherwise, eventually, God says, no, don't do that. It's a test. Termina! And sacrifice is important. And there's much more. You should, by the way, watch, if you're interested in the subject, lectures that are freely available online on YouTube. Jordan B. Peterson on the psychological interpretations of the Bible stories. And this is a very good film.